like that one. So the first step with this is feeling that as this club goes back, that you're trying to get it up, not behind, up. So up from here, and then in the downswing, that's when I want the club to fall back this way, right? So from steep to flat. And then you can see that when it gets steep from here, as it gets flat into the ball, that's going to come more from the inside and hit more out on it, but it's also going to shallow things. So I don't think we need to do a whole lot with trying to shallow it or trying to flatten it out. This is going to be a lot more of trying to get it steep so it reacts by going that way. Because the swing's going to loop any way you look at it. Yours loops from flat to steep the opposite way. This might feel like you're swinging like a left-handed Jim Furyk today. Okay? So it's got to go up that way, lots of wrists, get the club up like this, and then use your arms to lift it up even more so it gets really high. And then from there, it's going to come downward, and you're going to have a better chance of swinging more in to out on that ball. Okay? So show me how you do that.
Because, yeah, no, I'm just trying to think. Is there, like, a way you would say, like either, like, muscle memory or something that gets you? Because I found, like, I've tried that before.
Yeah.
And one problem is, for me, I don't know if I'm just, my body's stubborn or whatever, but, like, I'll get up to here, and then you would naturally think, okay, turn, it drops and comes down. It just basically goes up to here and just goes, like, throwing out.
So if you get the club too flat and too heavy, your body's going to react by trying to get that heavy back out in front of you.
Okay.
But if the club is light because it's up and down, now you have the freedom to turn out of the way, and that's going to flop it down.
Okay. Up. And then down.
Love that grip.
Yeah.
Very different. I've never seen it before.
They just released them, and yeah,
Sweet.
I honestly just threw them on for bringing down the swing weight.
Cool. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, unfortunately, these, as of last week, were E1 swing weight.
That's heavy.
Yeah, and I dropped it to a D6 with the jumbo grip.
Yeah, so. But they're long too, right?
1.5 inches plus.
Yeah, so that's the reason for the weight. Yeah. Okay, so keep your eye on the ball. Take it back to me nice and smooth. Okay, so we want to feel like a whole bunch of turn here and the club straight up like that. Okay, now one more time, do that again. Take it back, hinge it up. Good. And now how do you turn through leaving the club behind? Love it. So keep your eye on the ball, make a turn, get the club up. One more time, still a little flat. Okay, so I wish I had a wall around here because I love the walls idea. So if you were standing right along a wall, how do you bring it back without hitting the wall? So I'll pretend I'm the wall. So take it back, big turn. Yeah, look at the ground. Okay, so hands close to the wall, club head not close to the wall. It'd be the opposite of where you're going, right?
Yeah.
Okay, one more time. Ooh, no. So this arm wants to go that way in the backswing. But when you roll it this way, pointing this to the sky, that's the flatness. I want it to feel like it's going back that way a bit.
So basically coming up like this?
Yeah, so instead of rolling the arm that way, it's going to feel like this arm rolls that way.
Okay.
That's a big one. So slowly swing it to me. That's so good. So good. Well done. Hey, way to go. So once we have this takeaway where, the club gets a little more vertical, from here, I want to see how high we can take the grip next. The higher you take it in your backswing, the more chance you have of looping it. But if it goes back short, your brain's like, hey, like I didn't take it back far. I need to kick the speed in, and that speed is going to avoid it from going under. It's going to loop over. So give me a practicing where it does like a super loop. No ball, just take it back the way we talked about, rolling that arm. Okay, not bad. One more time. Bring it more under on the downswing.
More under, so it's up here.
So it'll go back like steep, and then it'll come back under where it went up. Cool. So we're going to look at going above this to get it steep on the way back. Good. I'll take it all the way up as high as you can go. Good. And now under on the way down. That's the loop. Cool. Nice. And I think this is going to be a big balance saver for you. Like you're going to hold your balance better by being able to do this, because when it goes flat to over, that's when you walk that way and lose it. Hey, way to go. Okay, so the big thing about trying to get the club more vertical is from there, now you're able to actually get the club to go higher. But if it goes back like this and flat and it gets short, it's like every shot's going to be either dig deep into the ground, or it comes in steep and you kind of stand up on it, and then it's going to be a pull or a hook. So the more that you can feel even that the club goes out away from you, that's even an easier way to get the club higher. But I don't want the club to orbit around you this way.
So it would be okay to actually have it go up a little bit.
Over your bag. Yeah, take your backswing over your bag.
I was doing that before, but...
No, I like that idea. Out and away from you. Yeah, so let's get that one going. A little smoother with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Really good. So all this is trying to keep your arms away from you. But when your arms go around you like that, they get close and tight to you, right? So getting them away is just basically lifting them up. Up is the same thing as out.
To kind of almost have it come out here.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That actually didn't feel too bad. It's just a matter of...
So same thing, take it out and away. Yeah. So I think that with the driver, it's going to be like the more you stick with what you do, the better you're going to hit it. Because like that's the one we create speed with, and we start getting like too intricate in your mechanics, things slow down. Like for sure, you know, ask Mike Tyson how much his elbow bends. All of a sudden, he doesn't knock people out anymore.
Yeah.
So I want you to feel as though that when you're hitting this driver, that you're playing a little bit of a fade that starts to the right. So this wouldn't be one that you basically aim down the right side of the fairway for, right? You aim down the middle, it starts to the right and curves left. So if you aim to the right and play a fade, you're just going to pull fade it from there and end up in the rough.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, just as an understanding, ball is always going to fade, and it's going to start a little right of where you're aimed.
But like, as for like ball flight and stuff, that's okay, or
totally okay. I would like only adjust your club to allow for a little bit of loft increase. But if you open it up, if you add too much loft, it closes the face, and now you're going to hit it right of right.
Yeah.
So, you know, trying to keep it somewhere around neutral, maybe 3/4 of a degree open.
Well, that's what it is. It's 3/4 of a degree up. That's it.
Yeah.
But before, I'm coming down from a 10.5 basis degree.
Yep.
And that I just kept stock, and it was great. But I basically was not getting the distance out of it.
Okay.
That's the only issue. So.
Okay. So let's go to the checkered flag as a target line. Okay, so we're going to aim at that checkered flag, and this ball should start a little right and curve a little left. Just like that. So just to give you an idea, like dispersion pattern on tour, right? Pro's probably going to miss at 30 yards right and 30 yards left of their target. Now, 30 yards sounds like a lot, but that's like 1 yard right for every yard, 10 yards forward, right? Yeah. It's only 10%. Yeah. So 30 right, 30 left is a 60-yard dispersion window. Okay. 60, right? That's fairly wide. So when you start hitting some shots and looking at it, okay, that went to the right, didn't curve back, or that started straight and then curved left, like a 75-yard window is okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If that happened on a course right now, that last shot, I would not be saying anything.
Good, yeah, you're good. That's what I'm trying to get to. Yeah, you're good.
It would just be more so if I had to, like... What did I hit you with the driver? Like I said, if I had to, you know...
One what?
Account for, I don't know...
One what?
This, wind, or something like that, then, like, you know, if, like...
Wind is it's a number thing. You just change how far you hit into the greens, but mostly wind is a mental thing. People think they have to do things other than just, well, it's into the wind, I add a number. That's it.
What it is. Like, if it's like windy like this, because I know, okay, I am consistent with that, somewhat of a shot, which, like I said, I've switched recently with the driver, but it's just like, before, because I knew it could go loose on me, it was a matter of, okay, well, 6 iron or higher, that's it. I'm not going, you know, 5-4, even hybrid or wood, basically.
Okay. Oh. Yep, okay. Unless it's downwind, then I want you to hit as far as you can.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Okay. So the out takeaway allows us to get higher with it. And then from there, I think that like your normal downswing's pretty good. And it's not like you're going to hit it that much better with a higher backswing. Like the good ones might go a little farther. It's just going to be less offline for you. Wicked. That's so good.